And there he is, Alex Volkanovski. Welcome back to Menace and the Man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No Menace.
What's happening?
Just, living, trying to get over this corona. I had it, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got me. It wasn't.
How long ago?
Probably like 2 months ago now.
All right, so I don't need to worry about it creeping through my phone or anything like that,
Yeah, that's the way the future. that's going to be the future, like smell and taste through the phone and stuff like that.
I think you're right.
But how you been?
I'm good, man. Busy. So I'm back into training and all that, and just busy. Obviously, there's a fair bit happening as well, especially through COVID. Things are still pretty busy. So I guess that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, great thing. Congrats on that win as well.
Thank you.
Now, little controversy with that one, right?
Yeah. Well, obviously it was a close fight. You know what I mean? It was a close fight, and people are gonna have things to say with it either way. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the judges seen it how I seen it, to be honest, and how a lot of people still seen it. But I know it was a close fight. Max done really well, especially early in them rounds. But at the end of the day, I had to dig deep and steal them last three, and that's what I did. So I just showed what true champions are made of. But credit to Max for a great fight, but I just had to dig deep.
Oh, you just hit the nail on the head right there. Like, I watched that fight, and I thought initially, like, oh, very close fight, maybe lean towards Max. Then I went back and I rewatched the fight, and I was like, oh my God. And then I went back and rewatched the fight again, and I just watched the third, fourth, and fifth round, and you won that fight 3-2.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Again, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit there and talk about it too much, but that's exactly right. There's been a lot of people that originally go, oh, I wasn't sure. Like, I thought maybe Max got it, so I thought I'd watch it again. And then they completely changed their mind as soon as they knew the outcome. Then they, obviously knew that the live stats were wrong. And just, obviously you got biased commentary and things like that. I didn't want to dive into that. I don't like making excuses, but I mean, that's, a lot comes into play. That's why rewatching fights is pretty important. And that's why a lot of people did that and then completely changed their mind. So, again, I don't care about that. I know I won. And, at the end of the day, me and Max put on a show. Obviously, Max done well to turn it around compared to the first fight. He changed things up a lot. So not many fighters can do that. So credit to him, but not many fighters can change halfway through a fight. So obviously I come in with a game plan. We didn't expect him to do things, and our game plan was a little bit wrong at the start. And obviously I had a slow start, but I had to turn that around, and that's exactly what I did. Oh,
for sure. And yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that. The way pretty much you put it is slow start, made adjustments, and showed some championship grit in that one against arguably one of, if not the greatest featherweights of all time. But now on to Alex Volkanovski, who's making the case for one of the greatest featherweights of all time, if not the greatest featherweight.
Yeah, exactly right, man. Look, again, I'm all about defenses, you know what I mean? So I won't be throwing my name as GOAT yet, but I know that's my goal, you know what I mean? I'm shooting for that status. And, after a few defenses, especially after taking, Max out in his prime, back to back, that's definitely saying something. But I'm all about defenses, and that's why Aldo had many defenses. That's why I consider him the GOAT of the division. To stay on top for so long like he did, you got to give him credit for that. But again, that's something that I want to do myself, and again, as everyone knows, I keep saying, what's next for you, man? I just want number one contenders. I sound like a broken record, but that's it. That's all I want. You know what I mean? I just want whoever's next in line, whoever's the best guy, whoever's going to prove I'm the best once I beat, you know what I mean? They're the guys I want. And that's how the division has always been, and that's how I want it to stay. So, I'm a martial artist, man. All respect, you know what I mean? And then, again, there was ranking system for a reason. It's been there forever, and, I just want to stick by that. But, again, at the end of the day, I'm not the boss. But, I think the UFC know what I want, and I think that's what they're aiming for as well. So they're making these top contenders fight each other. And now I've got my eye on them, and let's see who it is.
Oh, for sure. Like we talked about it last time we had you on. We thought it was probably going to be the rematch with Max, but it's kind of like a logjam. There's no real clean-cut number one contender other than the rematch with Max, and now that's out the way. So Ortega Zombie probably is next, right?
I'd say so. Yeah, man, I think so. I don't Don't know for sure, but I think that's number one contender fight. The fact that they are going out there and, making this fight happen. Finally, these guys get to fight. Finally, I got someone in the top 5 fighting, you know what I mean? The only one that was staying active was Cater and, and is that how you pronounce it, Cater? I think it's Cater. And Ige, you know what I mean? So, yeah, them guys staying competitive. Obviously, Calvin taking him out. So that's sort of pushing him up there as well. But now you've got guys like Zombie and Ortega who are right up there fighting each other to take the number one contender spot. So whoever wins that fight, I guarantee everyone's going to be screaming their name, and, that's going to make it up for a big fight. You know what I mean? And that's what we want. We want a high-profile fight, and I'm sure these guys are going to put on a good performance, and they're going to put on a show. So a lot of people will be watching. Man, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Who would you put your money on in that one?
Who would I put my money on? Man, they're both. I think I'm leaning towards Zombie. I think they're both just as dangerous as each other. They both know how to finish. On the feet, I just give a technical edge to Zombie. So that's how I'm going with that one.
All right. So
but it could definitely go either way.
Yeah, so even before we went live, we were talking about, what are you're playing Mr. Mom right now? Your missus is away?
Yeah, the wife's away. Like, obviously, I'm always away for fighting, and I do a bit of obviously I like my camping and all that, and I just went away, and I sort of told her, I go, you need to organise a trip with a couple of your friends. They're going to Hunter Valley, they call it, so it's all wineries and all that, so it's a beautiful spot. They're going there for a couple of days, and then when she's back, we're going away in the city for a couple of nights as well, just me and her. So it's good next few couple of days. So yeah. I'm taking the mummy role at the moment.
All right, how's that?
Oh man, I'm good with it, man. As I always say, man, I just adapt to whatever's in front of me. So right now, mate, I'm doing pretty well. You know what I mean? Except I don't have a. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's just my phone's. Someone's trying to call me. I thought I lost you. Yeah, but yeah, no, things are going good. The girls are at school, so I'm just getting session in. Got an appointment on my way to an appointment. Talking to you guys, just trying to do what I can, stay busy, and that's it, man. Just adapt. That's what I'm about. Adapt to whatever's in front of me.
Yeah, hopefully.
If I need to be mummy, I'll be mummy.
Hopefully, Menace makes it. That's what he's doing right now. Is he's spending some time with the little minions, you know?
All right, yeah.
Now you have what? 2 girls, right?
2 girls. 3, Ellie, my youngest just turned 3, and Ariana turns 5 in October, so not too far away.
All right, and now
busy times. What's
Australia like right now? With what's
it's pretty
Corona?
It's pretty good.
You know what I mean? They're open back up whatnot.
It's pretty good. It went up a little bit because we had we had some problems in Victoria, so that started pushing numbers up a little bit. But now we've got control over that again. The borders are shut at the moment from state to state, most of them. But, I mean, our numbers are low, and they've been low for a while, and still everyone's, cautious about it. So everyone's still going about their business, but, trying to abide by the rules. So we're doing all right. Hopefully we can keep these numbers low, if not none, and then, hopefully we can get a UFC event over this way. That'll be good.
Yeah, hopefully they can start doing events soon. So now I saw something on your Instagram. What is this? You broke your toe on someone's eye or something? Yeah,
I broke my toe. So just, mate, the amount of times I probably broke my toe, but just my big toe, and just went literally straight into his eye, and just snapped a bit of a bone or a chunk of bone off my toe. I've actually got a bit of a mixed messages. I don't know if it's Aussie slang or just how us Aussies are, mate. Like, I went to see the specialist. So I was in a boot before I went and seen the specialist, and seeing the specialist, he's like, yeah, no, you're all right, mate. If that becomes a problem, we'll just pull the bone out. So I literally thought in my head, like, oh, yeah, I can pretty much go about my business, just worry about the pain. But, my physios will be like, oh, yeah, let's still be a little bit careful with it. We still want the damn thing to heal. So I really don't know exactly. I'm actually going to talk to them today and find out exactly what to do, because I was already probably doing more than I should have yesterday. But
now, what was it?
We'll see.
The big toe, right?
The big toe, yeah.
Oh, that shit's tricky, man. Guys have turf toe. I had turf toe for years. It was like my most hampering injury.
Okay, yeah, man. They don't tickle, that's for sure. The amount of times you kick the damn thing and, you do realize how much you need your toes when they're when they're hurt. When they're sore, you realize how much weight you put on them, how much you use them, how much times you kick the damn things, like just little things like that. It's pretty painful, but at the same time, I think that just goes with the sport.
Yeah, if you talk to a football player, they'll tell you, like, your toes are so important, especially in a sport like that. Like, that's who schooled me on it. Like, I was like, oh, my toe hurts, I'm being a bitch. He was like, no, your toe's really fucked up. You need to, like, take off. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's exactly right. I guess I just did it on Saturday, and, I was already, like, training, Monday, Tuesday. Yesterday, I was back on the bike, and I was kicking, not with my right leg, but kicking with the other leg, just trying to put my feel on my foot, like use my heel and kick with my other leg. But I think
it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
man.
I think if my doctors saying that, they wouldn't have been too happy. But
yeah, so
hey, what do you do?
Before we get you out of here, a couple fights that we got coming up. We got your boy Stylebender fighting Costa next week. Obviously, I know how your pick's going there. How do you think Israel wins that fight?
Mate, I got to go with my boy Izzy for sure. You know what I mean? Again, Costa's no joke. He's obviously he's a bit of a brute, but again, when you get technical and when you go deep into it, I just think stylistically, Izzy's just going to be too much. I believe where Paulo Costa is most dangerous and where he likes to be, and not only where he's comfortable, even the way he approaches where he's comfortable. I can't see that working. I don't think you can creep your way into his punching range, the range that Izzy has, and that control. And I think it's just going to be too much. And I believe, but I'm seeing Costa. You've seen him talk to Cejudo, and so I've seen him maybe a couple of interviews where he's acting like he's going to wrestle him and all that type of stuff. I don't believe it, but if he does that, I think. I truly believe that'll just tire him out even more. His takedown defense is no joke right now. It just gets better and better. He's hard to hold down. His hips are getting strong. So, you know what I mean? He's no joke. Obviously, he's a champ, but he's got the skill, and obviously he's backing it up time and time again. So I'm looking forward to this one. I still think it's going to be a fun fight. I don't think it's going to be an Izzy and a Yola fight. This is going to be a fun fight, I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a good one. Costa brings it, and I think Izzy is whatever you give to him, he's going to match you, if not, go over the top of you.
Exactly right. And, mate, Paula's going to bring it. 100% he's going to bring it and try and fight the fight that he's most comfortable with. And I believe he'll be stubborn with it too. When it's not working, I still think he's going to try still get his hands in and still try and be a brute. Like, I just think, that's his style, and it's worked so well for him. And, again, I just think that's the way he's going to go about it. Even if it's not going his way, I still think he's going to stick to his guns and still feel he can get the finish no matter what, and he's just going to keep bringing it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's tough.
Volkanovski, you cunt!
Oh, yeah, here he is.
What's up, mate?
What's going on, mate? What's happening? You got the... Yeah,
you know what?
Got the kids.
Not enough time in the day, Buzz.
Yeah, man.
Volkanovski, I'm trying to be like you. I turned over a new leaf because tell you what, started gaining a little weight, working a real job. 60 hours a week, sitting in a truck. We don't really work like hard work, like maybe 3 hours. The rest is kind of get some material like that. So I'm like, listen, I can't be doing it. So I started getting up at 4:45.
Really?
I get up at 45, get the work in, and then go do 8, 12, 16 hours at work. Family man, the whole. So I'm juggling. I'm over here. Sorry. What were you guys talking about?
No, mate, you're all right, brother. That's it, mate. That's commitment. Getting up early. Like you said, not enough hours in a day. So you're going to make sure you can get enough hours in a day. Get up even earlier. Good man.
Well, pretty much.
Adapt.
What we got here is we got Dennis Bermudez. Welcome to Alexander the Great and the Man show.
Oh, great show. Great show.
Episode 1, we got a very distinguished guest, Dennis Bermudez. So we were just talking some shit about some fights. So even Alex, we know you got to get out of here. Now Dennis finally joined us. But another quick fight I always like to get your take on. I know you're a fight fan. We got Khabib versus Gaethje coming up. Do you think Gaethje could pull that off?
Man, he definitely can. You know what I mean? Like he's no joke. He's athletic. Obviously he's got that wrestling background. I truly do think he's hard to hold down. But then again, I don't want to sit on the fence with this one. But you got Khabib, who his controls just next level. I think no matter who he grabs, they're going to have big troubles. But the fact that Gaethje is so athletic, and you know what I mean, I think his scrambles are going to be pretty good, and I believe he's fit enough as well. And then again, he's wild. But I mean, him being wild, does that leave a lot of open doors? I try and get technical and try and find ways, but when I stuck in technical one way, I see openings another way. So it's hard for me to, sometimes I think, look, if I had to pick someone, I think I'm going to have to just go with Khabib. I think Khabib's just control is just next level. Give him a toe, he'll turn it into a foot, he'll turn it into a calf, he'll turn it into the hips, he'll get on top of you, he'll grab an arm, get that Khabib hold, and it ain't easy.
Absolutely.
So me and Stan are with you. We think Khabib gonna go, I don't know. But we're saying if everybody Khabib is faced, Gaethje has like a really, 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 really good chance. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
If Khabib and Gaethje were to have a wrestling match, I would bet the house that Gaethje would win.
Okay, you're a straight wrestling.
In a straight wrestling match.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yep.
I mean, in terms of when it gets to the mat, though, like you said, I think Khabib is like, that's his superpower, if you will, you know? And then also, fucking Gaethje hits hard as a motherfucker.
No doubt. That's the thing is that's where it's different. Like you said, and I agree with you. When you're talking straight wrestling, like even when I'm in the gym, if I go straight wrestling with wrestlers, I'm gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I incorporate punches or they incorporate punches, there's a lot of doors that open up. Obviously, the bases are, you can get like real basic, then you get real deep. And a lot of people think striking, Gaethje's definitely got it covered, but Khabib's still clever with the way he approaches his striking. He still mixes his clinch work into striking. Even when he commits to punches, he's choosing the right time to commit to punches. Yeah. And, he's choosing the right time to shoot. You got what I mean? There's little things like that I feel that Khabib's still clever in the way he approaches. Doesn't look as neat as some of the fighters, but I still think he's clever in the way he approaches some of that.
Yeah. I mean, a betting man, I'm going to go. I mean, actually, as a betting man, the odds, what are the odds right now, Stan?
Still at 2-1. Little, 2.5 to 1.
$100 to win $200?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it for me.
Yeah.
But in a parlay, Gaethje being an underdog, if he pulls that off, or a parlay, Khabib potentially being a lock. But even, Alex, I heard you say something about wrestlers. Henry Cejudo, is anything going on with that?
Nah, nothing's happening there.
Not being talked about, no offers, no nothing. Man, it's all smoke.
Mate, I don't know. It's funny because you see him sign the contract. I was like, mate, let me tell you, the UFC haven't even mentioned his name not once since I've been champ or any time before that. But look, man, if there was ever a time to do it, it would have been, obviously not long ago. But now we've got the contenders fighting and all that type of stuff. Look, I'll never say it's definitely not going to happen, but if you look at what's happening in our division right now, it's going to be very hard to fit that fight in.
All right, so if they offered it, you're taking it, or you're saying you want a real 145er? You're not entertaining this, circus act.
Man, I'm not going to hold my division up to fight. Again, like at the end of the day, what do I get out of it? You know what I mean? It's win-win for him because he can go and try and be C4. It ain't going to happen, but he can. I win. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, you're beating up flyweights and all this stuff. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. But again, I don't want to hold up my division. As I talked to you earlier, that's what I'm all about. I want to fight my number one contenders. But again, if the UFC are going to make me go against what I want to do and what I live by, then they can pay me for it.
Okay.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If
That's fair.
If they're calling it a money fight, then you want money for it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
All right, Alex. We know you got an appointment coming up, so before you get out of here, I know I owe you a shoey. So.
Oh, wow.
Good lad.
Yeah, I know I owe the man a shoey. So this will be my first shoey right here.
Wow.
Good lad.
I just took it right off my foot.
Wow. Is that a GSP beer?
A Great South Bay beer. Cheers.
Oh, here we go.
Cheers.
Mikey shoe.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. I'm going to see this before I drive off. Ah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Wow. Good on you, right?
Very good. Good stuff. All right, lads. I've got to bounce.
Take it easy, Alex.
Hey, until next time, big dog.
All right. Have a good one.
I'll take over the show for you.
Stay safe. All right. See you later. Good lad.
Holy shit. Class act.
Yeah, you got to keep things classy here at Medicine the Man.
Volkanovski is such a good egg.
Yeah.
What I miss?
Nah, we were just shooting the shit. We kept it fighting pretty much, talking about he's playing like Mr. Mom. Right? It was funny that you were held up a little bit with the kids because he's playing Mr. Mom right now. His wife's out of town, so.
Oh, what's got to pick up his kids?
Yeah, well, right now he's going to like some appointment. He's got like a broken toe. He kicked some dude in the eye.
Oh, wow.
But he's playing like he's got the kids, you know what I mean? So the featherweight champion right now is babysitting his daughters or watching his daughters.
Listen, doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, you could pay people to take care of your kids, if you have enough money. But, like, real men step up to the plate and take care of business.
Do you know what I had to do there, too, with that Chewy? I had to, like, pour it out on myself, too, because that's how they do it. Like, I couldn't slow drink it and get the whole beer.
What? Can you tell me about it? What it tastes like?
Beer.
No, you couldn't taste any athlete's foot or anything, huh?
No, and I wore these shoes. I made sure I wore these shoes all day, so that way it wasn't like, see, they're still on my feet, That's the other one.
Wow. Put the other one back on.
Throw it right on?
Yeah, let's see.
That's what makes it official, right? Ooh.
Put it up to the camera. Let's see that thing on.
There it is. There's the other one.
With it. Wow.
We're not playing games here, Menace. And even now, I'm not into pumpkin beer, but it's that time of year.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Great South Bay's got them out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try one of these pumpkins for my guy over here, Menace.
I actually just drank one.
A pumpkin?
Yeah.
Smells like October.
We got to get over that, right?
Yeah, we do. Well, I went over there today and I met Brian, Chris Wade's boy. He's fucking jacked. I'm like, at first, I was like, yo, do you work here? And he was like, yeah, I work here. Turns out he's one of the owners. So I'm like, oh, all right. And then he's fucking tremendous. So I'm like, oh, you're definitely Wade's boy. Wow. But shout out to Great South Bay. Always keeping us hydrated. And if you're into the pumpkin beer, they got some pumpkin going on right now.
When should we do our next? We should do an episode over there soon, right?
I feel like things are opening up. Like, I don't know how your life is, but my life, things are starting to, I guess, open up a little bit.
I've been the only COVID in my life is wearing masks place.
Or when people around you have gotten it. They got to do some studies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying the only thing that's changed for me since COVID hit is I wear a mask place.
Yeah, there's people. There's this thing too. They got to study, and they should. I saw a thing. They should study it from Italy to start. There's people with a certain gene or a certain blood type, or there's certain things in your DNA and whatnot that you are immune to COVID. So they need to research that type of shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but we don't want to.
I mean, my lady's upstairs with a small cough. I'm like, what are you doing?
Really? Well, now that's anything. Anything's COVID. But I tried to make it a point to not talk about COVID with Alex. So we got to get past this shit, Yeah. It is still a thing, but
is he he's in Australia right now?
Yeah, he says it's doing good. How is Danielle's mom doing? She's doing good?
Fine. She's normal.
I mean, my sister's now doing better. My brother-in-law seems okay. I seem okay. So granted, people...
You're
Yeah, I mean, long-term, who knows what the effects are, but most people seem okay. So hopefully the world can get back to normal. But we'll get you out of here. We know you got some sleep to get into. But me and you...
we got the card this weekend.
Oh, yeah. You're probably excited about this card. It actually has some names on it that you might be like, oh, I'll watch that.
Yeah, I would like to. I think I want to. Oh, hang on. Donald Cerrone's fighting.
Yeah.
Jesse Jess
is fighting.
I
thought so. Things you say always play in my head, and you know how sometimes I want to get, or people just say, "Let's do it fight week." Like Cejudo, for instance, I said, "Let's get an interview." He was like, "Let's do it fight week." You know?
Yeah.
I thought about sending Jesse Jess, like, "You want to come on?" And I'll do a shoey for you too. You're from Australia, but I didn't. She doesn't drink, and then at the same time, it's fight week for her.
I would have. She's not cutting weight.
Why not?
She's eating like cheeseburgers and shit.
Is she fighting at 40? She's fighting at 35.
35, but she put up a post the other day like, hey, this is like the first time I've had like, I don't know if it's like a cheeseburger or a pizza, like fight week.
Well, maybe she's that light.
Yeah, but she put on a ton of muscle, even though she moved up a weight class.
Yeah, she's yoked. But even I would have said, if anything, let's go over. When I looked at it, I would have said, let's go over the main card. But definitely shout out or go over her fight. I hope she wins. The girl she's fighting just has a black silhouette.
Okay.
They don't even have her picture up. So,
man, I tell you what, it's Jesse Jess is a tough fight to get welcome to the UFC. Is that the move? She's getting welcome to the UFC now? It's her debut?
It might. I'd assume.
If you have a black silhouette.
I think she's actually been Contender Series. So.
You sure, Buzz?
Yeah.
Because UFC is pretty good at like, oh, you're here for UFC? Let us take some pictures of you.
Okay, we're going to find this out right now. But Erwin Rivera as well is fighting. I know you've trained with him. We almost had him come out for the grappling show we were going to do and the MMA show.
He's fighting someone I was like,
no. She fought Contender Series, and for some reason, they just don't.
Okay.
You know what it is? You want the truth?
What?
She's not hot. She's not hot.
Oh, yikes.
Let me see her. Yeah. She's not hot.
What's the UFC called? UFC...
Vegas 11. So, Erwin Rivera is fighting Andre Ewell. You know him? He was like a CES champion.
Oh, hang on. I did fucking what's his face fight him? Why can't I see the card? It's all about fucking Colby Covington. I want to see goddamn.
Oh my God! You saw that, right? Colby Covington. So I love this. Being an MMA fan since I was a little kid, almost pretty much since its inception, to see the president. I don't care who he is, whatever his name is, the president of the United States, to be like, you know how usually at their thing they'll be like shouting out actresses or
yeah.
Donald Trump, when he went to start shouting out people, he was like, Dana White is here. And then he was like, Colby Covington is here. Henry Cejudo is here. And then when a person in the crowd started acting up, he was like, Colby, you want me to send Colby over there?
That's amazing. I love that.
Amazing.
No, Andre Ewell, I'm not. If I saw him, looking at this, he's not drawing a.
Well, I know him from Rhode Island. That's why I was going to ask. He's fought in CBS.
Okay, yeah. Well, then, no, I don't know him then.
Well, he's fighting Erwin, so hopefully, I'm rooting for Erwin there.
Erwin's at his real weight class now.
Yes.
His other fight was at 145 now.
Yeah, and on short notice. This one, he has a short notice too, but a little bit more of a camp. And then Jessica Rose Clark is on the undercard as well. We're obviously.
I got Jessica all day, every day.
All day. Jessica by TKO is what I'm going for. And then the rest of the prelims we're not into. So I figured the main card.
Mirsad Bektic. That dude's a fucking beast. I don't know if he like reached his prime and then fell. I don't know. Like, because I remember like towards the end of my career, this dude was like on my radar, fucking super tough.
Right there. Yeah, you almost fought him. Yeah. Were you ever offered him?
He was in a group of names one time.
Okay.
And I was like,
Oh, they liked you. They were like, yeah, you want to? Here you go, Menace. Here's a few names to choose from. Which one?
Yeah, every time I fought. Yeah, I was one of those guys that got a choice. Not like so-and-so this date, yes or no. They're like, we got a couple dates for you. We got, a couple different guys for each date. What do you want?
Yeah.
It wasn't always like that. I definitely earned the right for that.
So now that was Shelby did the matchmaking for the lighter weight class.
Yeah. So I mean that could be multiple things. One, he probably liked the way I fight. Two, I was marketable. Well, I have potential for marketability. And then three, like when I would see him at events, like, yo, dude, let's grab a drink. Yeah. And even one, Sean Shelby likes to step out and have a few drinks. Like, let's say there's a fight going down Saturday night, Friday night, he's out getting after it.
Oh, for sure.
Saturday after the fights, though, I don't think so.
He's party. No, after the fights.
Depends what city he's in, because I mean, and that goes for the everybody. Because like the only places after the fight that you can go out and party is Las Vegas, New Jersey, because you can come to New York City, or anything in New York, really, unless you're like Rochester, Buffalo.
That's the time I partied with Sean Shelby was Atlantic City, and I had
yes,
which I'm pretty sure you were at. Right, you went to Atlantic City when the Flair fought Alex Garcia.
No, I think I had my own fight going on.
Oh, so you were training, so you didn't go to the fight.
Actually, when he fought Garcia, I actually might have fought on that Wednesday, and he was that Saturday. Okay. Because otherwise, I would have went.
Well, that was that UFC Atlantic City card, and that's the time I hung out with Sean Shelby a little bit. I made really good friends with the ticket guy, so I used to get amazing tickets to UFC events and shit.
Did I fight Steven Styler for the troops?
No, that was before that. Let me see.
Are you sure? Because I remember Ryan couldn't be in my corner because he was fighting that Saturday. And Keith couldn't come to my one fight because... Or no, I don't think Keith didn't go to Ryan's fight because he came to my corner.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see. So this was April 21st of 2018. But I remember it was actually a really fun experience for me because the UFC was there. I've been to Atlantic City a bunch of times, but now the UFC was there and they partied after the event.
Like we got, do we both have Bektic?
Yes.
He's really weird. Like he actually reminds me of like Chad Mendez, kind of fucking also like he reminds me of who's the dude from
But here, you didn't have a fight anywhere around there. You had a fight a couple months later and a couple months before. But I don't remember seeing you, but you might have been there.
Well, then maybe there was a kid problem. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. I didn't go to a lot of Ryan's fights.
The greatest thing about that one was Atlantic City and just the atmosphere, whatever.
Yeah, who did he fight?
Alex Garcia.
No, I wasn't there for that.
The main event was Edson Barbosa versus Kevin Lee.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
But the best thing about that night was obviously LaFleur won, but there were 30, I'm not even exaggerating, 30 fights in the crowd.
Wow.
Like every 2 minutes, a fight broke out in the crowd.
Real quick, is this Eduardo, whatever, is he like mad tall? Is he something dumb like fucking? Oh, he's only 5'9". I don't know what.
Who are you talking about?
Never mind. The dude that Bektic is fighting. I thought he was a different guy that was like 6'4".
Oh yeah, but
He's only 5.
But the main
He's
card.
13-1.
Who? The guy Bektic's fighting.
Yeah.
But Bektic's in the top 15 still, right? So it's going to be.
Yeah, he's going against some fucking tough ass dudes.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like people, the way fans even will shit on fighters. The top 15, the top 30 in the world, it's hammers.
Yeah.
Like this guy knows how to fucking fight. He wants to fight. He's coming in here for fucking money. Like Kimbo used to be like, I'm coming in for my bread. I want my bread. That's the top 30 in the world.
Hang on. He also reminds me of who's the dude that they got maybe fighting coming up from Bellator to fight Ferguson?
I don't know. Not Chandler. No way.
Saw that. It's in talks.
Where'd you hear this?
Saw it on Facebook.
Are you making this up?
Swear to God. Like end of October action.
All right, because he was supposed to fight, what's his name, Poirier, but that didn't happen. Poirier apparently.
Well, who, Ferguson?
Yeah, and then
Yeah, you know UFC goes, what'd you say? No? Okay. You.
Yeah, but then
That's you know.
And then Dana White said, he's like, there's a couple ways. He might have said 2, or he said there's a couple ways to deny a fight without denying a fight. And one of them is to price yourself out of the fight. And he said, insinuating that's what Dustin Poirier did.
I've saw that. Yeah. And even, hang on, and fucking Ferguson's like, pay the man whatever he wants to get paid. Like,
oh my God, though. Michael Chandler versus Tony Ferguson all day.
Who you got? Really?
I got Ferguson, but
Really?
I got Ferguson, but I could see but here's the thing. I got Ferguson based off of the UFC jitters, or even Chandler coming in and just having that, like Marlon Moraes, Eddie Alvarez, like that first just dud of a fight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
I'll give you that, but I got
Chandler.
my guy Chandler all day. I always go against Ferguson. It's nothing against him. I think he's a fucking badass motherfucker, but he's always fighting guys in the top 3. I'm just like, I just think they're better than you.
Yeah. But even when he wins, you're not surprised. You're like,
no, not at all.
Yeah, you're like,
not at all.
You're like, okay.
I like watching him fight. I think he's a great fighter. I just think I don't know, like...
Yeah, you're not saying he's trash and he's going to get steamrolled. You're just saying someone else you think might beat him. Yeah.
I just think he's better. I just think the people he fights are better.
Where'd you see that? Chandler versus...
You know the one guy who always ats Mez the Man and myself as a whatever?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that guy has a job. He's so on top of, like... I thought it was just MMA, but it's like every sport. But like mainly MMA, boxing, and then a little bit of football.
Okay. Are you a football guy? I don't remember if you're a football guy.
I played football. I
know you played.
Especially what's going on today. Like the people I work with are big football guys, and they're like, dude, I turn the game on late because I don't want to see their like opinion of what's going on in the world, what's right and wrong. Like, yo, I press this channel to watch fucking football, not what the fuck you think about Black Lives Matter or whatever, or kneeling or not kneeling. Like, I just want to watch people hitting each other, playing a game, a kid's game at that.
100%.
I don't want your politic views or whatever. So I'm like, damn, good thing I don't watch that shit. Cause not that, whatever.
But even that, I was just making sure, because I'm not a basketball, baseball, anything guy fighting.
It's so shitty what money does.
I was all these sports when I was a little kid, but then exactly like you said, it's so shitty what money does. Once you start getting hip to what the life is almost like for an actual sports athlete in those leagues, and kudos to them that they were that great and they made it.
The only two sports, right?
Wait, but they're so that awesome to them that they made it, but the disconnect that I don't need their political opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not my, like, listen, I know you're a billionaire, you own the Cowboys, like, or the whatever. I don't care what the fuck you think.
Yeah.
Or is it like, yo, hey, push this, we'll give you, what do you need, $7 million? Okay.
Like, even all those things, like, and I hate to even talk about it, but like, so, you don't like the police? Let a Black Lives Matter.
You just, like, got real low in my...
Did I? Maybe
speaker, yeah.
How am I now?
Same.
Real low?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
I don't know, just like almost. I don't know. And like, you know, my boys are up to date with.
How about now?
Same.
Still real low? I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah. I don't know. The levels on your screen are good?
I guess they lowered a little bit. Yeah, I don't get what happened there.
All right, whatever.
I mean, things I can adjust in post. But yeah, that's even something I thought about. I was like, man, I don't even want to talk politics. I don't want to talk coronavirus, but you almost can't not talk about that shit.
Listen, and hang on. You can be against what I'm saying, but like that I talk about fighting. You know what, man?
Wait,
touche.
I would never.
Touche.
I would never be against what you're saying. What do you mean?
No, touche. Because like sometimes I'll be listening to like Hot 97, and they just bash the police. I'm like, dude, just play like hip hop shit that I want to listen to. I don't want to hear what the fuck you think.
Well, even that, like the way we were saying, we don't want to hear the pro athletes' take on politics. People don't want to hear our take on politics, so we got to glance over.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm about to like. Yeah. I kind of want to reframe, or should we like be like, you know what? We see your angle.
I was about to be like, you want to smack yourself? What? Like, you didn't say anything like that. Yeah. But yeah, we let's talk fighting. Fighting with a twist, but it's so difficult to stay out of politics or shit that's going on. But
I never would have thought I'd be like this.
I know.
Anyways, real quick.
Oh, even that. You're not
real quick.
Wait. You're not a political guy at all.
At all.
And you're dragged into shit almost. And you're like,
yeah.
I don't want to be here.
My buddies at work were telling me that a couple like football seniors were suspended or I think suspended or maybe not arrested. You can't be arrested. Suspended for running out in their football game with a like, what's that? Like the American flag with the blue stripe. Suspended. Ran out to the football field with like the blue line.
Bro.
That's insane. It's an American flag. I mean, it's an American flag that's just a little bit of a different color. Here's a school stance. They told them not to.
We need to override the bitch made and softness in America and people being pussies and feelings and sensitiveness. But
your what's it called just came back. Your volume. Continue.
Did it? Oh, yeah. Now it came back up. Yeah. I don't know why that's doing that. But at the same time, we need to meet in the middle. Like the two sides, you know what I mean? You distracted me, so I lost my point a little bit. But.
No, and then I saw a meme the other day of like someone being like, "Oh, here's my kids in their classroom," because it has like a gay pride flag and like a Black Lives Matter, like nothing about. I don't know, like. No. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but like they're just these kids are being like suffocated with like they like my boys love cops. My boys like want to be a cop one day. I'm like, all right, cool. I support that.
Yeah, and what that type of stuff projects is I think this way, so you need to think this way. And they're obviously impressionable minds. You're their fucking teacher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even, yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be the teacher. It has to just be the school system, no?
Yeah. Like, that is what I was getting at before. Like, those people that are saying all those things, if shit hits the fan, like defund the police and all that, they're calling the cops.
So one thing I was going to say earlier where we're like, let's just not talk politics, let's just talk fighting, is like, I'm going to say there's like maybe this many in the world that are like, yup, that aren't going to agree with what me and you were saying, but love fighting. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot more people just disagree with what you say. Like I said,
love fighting?
Anything. People want. If I went Dennis's olive skinned, people would be like, nah, he's fucking black. And I'd get into a fight with someone about that. Nah, he's fucking pale. And you know what I mean? Like, certain people, just their perspective is what it is. And you're going to fight with people.
I understand that. But what I'm trying to say is, like, the way me and you feel about how the world is going, if you love fighting as much as me and you do, we're probably the same arena. You know what I'm saying?
What's up with this working out at 4:45 in the morning? You're just trying to
I just don't want to be fat. And like after work, there's a lot of excuses and there's just, like I said, there's not enough time in the day, so I'm fucking making time in the day.
Is the last time you threw a punch that time you went and sparred?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many times a day do you find yourself?
Not that many. Here and there, just because, like, whatever. But, like, I don't know. Like, in my head, I don't want the coworkers being like, this guy. The thing is, like, the people close to me, like, know my deal and know that, like, but there's some people, like, that I work with that I only work with every once in a while. I might be like, what's this guy do? Like, yeah, you were in the UFC, but you work here now, dude. Like, you must have been real good. But they don't understand what, you know? And, like, for me to sit there, like, sit them down, like, listen, I was this good. Like, they'd be like, oh, okay, Bob. Like, you know, I'm just like, so to answer your question, I don't do it that often. I do it, like, in the mornings when I'm lifting here.
I mean, people always have a different take, I'm sure, from experience with you and whatnot, but you've always been very humble about being a UFC fighter.
Yeah. But, like, at work, I'll do, like, one of these every once in a while. Like, let's say, like, I'm working, someone kind of, like, disrespects me, kind of. I might walk and do whatever and do this, like, because they all know I was in the UFC. You know, they all, like, regardless of, like, how good they think I was, they know I was in the UFC. So I'm like, you know, like, just so you know, like, I was fucking.
And there's even a thing, too. You know how there's levels to a black belt? There's levels to I was in the UFC. There's people that, since the Ultimate Fighter's inception, the UFC not got watered down, but almost got watered down.
No, but there's also people that know what the UFC are.
Oh, yeah. There's people that have no idea, but I'm saying.
Not the UFC, like, oh, you fought in Deer Park? Sick, dude.
Well, there was a point when top 6 in the world was when UFC was really small, and it wasn't that difficult because it wasn't a big sport and blah, blah, blah. Now the sport's blown up to the point where, like, top 6 in the world is like, oh, all right.
So you kill a lot of people.
Yeah. Like, if you never did anything, there's a chance you could fucking maul me and rape me. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the conversation's going to.
Yeah.
But we don't want to go there.
Sometimes I think about it.
I'm sure you do. That's like almost, and now we're asking on the show, it's almost like a personal question I had for you. Is like, do you miss it?
one of the things I miss the most, and I saw I'm a big meme guy now.
You've always been. Come on.
There's a difference between being rich and wealthy.
Okay.
So rich being you have the money to buy whatever you want to buy. And wealthy meaning you have the time to do whatever you want to do. So I could make, let's say I'm making $1 million a year, but I work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. Yeah, I'm rich, but I'm not wealthy because I can't necessarily do the things I want to do. I have the money to do whatever I want to do and buy whatever I want to buy, but I don't have the time to enjoy these things I'm buying or to do the things I want to do. Versus wealthy, wealthy can be anything from you, Stan, to fucking, I don't know, a trust fund baby.
Are you saying wealthy is happiness?
No, wealthy. No, I'm saying you can do whatever you want to do on any given day.
Okay.
Kind of. I mean, depending on how much money it requires. You know what I'm saying? But the idea that you could you be wealthy because you want to go to McDonald's every day, and you can do that. There are people that are wealthy in that aspect. And then there are trust fund babies that are I want to go to Brazil today. And they have that money paid and go to Brazil and fucking hang out in Brazil for 2 weeks, without. I'm like, man, I'm equally rich, if you will, but less wealthy. Now, on the same token, I didn't have benefit. Now it becomes more than just myself. I didn't have benefits in the UFC. I have benefits for my kids now and myself. I didn't have my future set up being the UFC, where I now have a pension, 401k for when I retire in this company. So there's these pros and cons, but I mean, I guess I got pretty far away from what you're asking. Do I miss it? My body hurts now, kind of. That's why I started working out in the mornings because
So for you, fighting was the competition and money and stability, and once you had kids, it became long term and stability and.
Yeah. If I didn't have kids, I'd still be fighting for sure. I would be looking at Alex differently in this past chat we just had with him. Yeah. You think you're good, huh? No, I'm just kidding.
You tell Frank Hickman that the wrestling's coming for your ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a hiding when you see that. The fuck?
Bro, he's almost one of those people too. The way we've said, if you ever get too swamped with an overtime or something where you can't, I want Frank Hickman to be my co-host.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there's two Frank Hickmans. There's okay. Just kind of feelers, whatever. And there's comfortable Frank Hickman where you're getting.
I think my back and forth with him though, the fact that I had Menace's blessing to talk to Frank Hickman and me and him started a conversation. Me and him are cool. Like I said, remember when he came on, he was I'd rather talk to your boy than talk to you, breaking your balls. But Frank Hickman's one of those type of guys. He's a ball breaker. He fits right in.
But, let's finish this card so I can get the fuck out of here.
This
happens all the time.
All people care about are Menace's picks. That's what the world cares about. So Menace is going to give people their parlay right now. Kevin Holland, Darren Stewart. Who you got?
Kevin Holland, the name is very familiar, but I've never seen either one of them fight. I've seen their highlight. Actually, have I? You know what? These busts, I didn't see their full. I think I got Kevin Holland.
You might have seen both of them fight, but they didn't stand out to you. They never fought names to where you knew.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Kevin Holland.
Okay. I think I'm going to go Darren Stewart.
We've had both Mackenzie Dern and Randa Markos on the show, right?
No, we haven't had Mackenzie yet. We played phone tag a little bit. I almost had her, but we'll get her eventually. She's managed by your boy Rubenstein, Mac Rice's manager.
This is a tough fight. I think
by default, I have to go Randa Markos because she's on the show.
Show pick for sure, Randa Markos. But like, why I'm breaking it down, like Randa's definitely a better striker. As long as Randa doesn't get tapped out, she wins.
She needs to grind Mackenzie out.
Right. Like as long as she doesn't get tapped out, she wins.
Exactly like we were talking with Alex, where wrestling can change with punches, so can jiu-jitsu.
Right.
You're not going to armbar me when I'm slamming fucking shit into your head. So I'll root for Randa Markos. She'll probably be an underdog, so maybe I'll bet Randa Markos. But Mackenzie Dern is the favorite. Probably going to win by submission. But Randa is hard to finish, so we'll see what happens. Yeah,
she's so fucking tough. You don't think Mackenzie's going to have to try and break her arm for her to tap?
Oh, for sure.
Or put her to sleep?
Oh, my God. Like, I can see ways Randa wins it, absolutely. And I want her to win it. And I'm rooting for her, but we'll see. I'm
going Randa.
All right. So
Johnny Walker versus Ryan Spann. I don't recall really. The name is familiar. I don't think I've seen him fight too many times, if I've seen him at all. Johnny Walker, I'm not impressed by him, but he's trying to finish the fight every time I see him fight.
Yeah. Wild shit. I'm going to go Johnny Walker.
Same.
Khamzat Chimaev, Gerald Meerschaert.
Hang on. Wasn't Chimaev supposed to fight Maia?
They booked him apparently 2 fights. He's going to fight Meerschaert. They think beat Meerschaert and then fight Maia.
Really?
Yep. Give me 30 seconds. I got to pee real quick.
No, hang on. You have 30 seconds. What is wrong with this guy? He's probably on like fucking 8 beers. I'm over here trying to change my life. Trying to be fat anymore. Stan's over here just getting fatter. It's like the more Stan's hair grows, the fatter he gets. There's correlation there. He thinks he's feeding his hair, but he's feeding his gut. He's so fucking... He shaves his beard, but that's it. Do you guys think Stan has a fucking humongous bush? Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
What?
What? 6 sideburns, bro.
I don't have sideburns, do I?
Exactly.
I shave my bush before I shave my beard.
Oh, okay. Sick. For the ladies. So hang on. This guy has 2 fights booked.
That's what they say. I've wondered. Those are some of my favorite moments, actually, when I go back and listen to what you said when I go off camera.
So, because Gerald, I've seen him fight before. He's, he'll never be champion, but he goes down swinging. Well, not saying he goes down, but like he's gonna
really good jiu-jitsu, solid striking from Rufu Sport.
Yeah, he's not a fucking pussy at all.
He's solid. He's definitely a good test for Khamzat. Like, everyone's so high on him, he didn't beat anybody. This is somebody that he's finally going to fight. This is a top 30 guy. So what is the... Meerschaert's a top 30 in the world. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm going to go with the Rush... Or what's he? He's Muslim, for sure.
I think he's Dagestan.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Muslim.
Dagestani?
Yeah.
So,
but I think that's like almost like disrespectful.
To what? Go against him?
No, like you're gonna fight this guy, then you're gonna fight Maia next.
Oh my god, super disrespectful. Meerschaert said, "I'm gonna fuck that up. Don't worry."
Yeah, I like that.
We'll see.
I want Meerschaert to win.
Bro, even Khamzat So he's good in the.
Give me one hour. I'll be ready to fight and smash the next guy.
Khamzat's good, but like, so you'll attest to this too. When I saw him on the mitts, I wasn't like, oh my god, he's fucking amazing. Yeah. His striking is where his hole is. If anywhere, he's probably really good on the ground, a good striker, but put him against the top strikers, and they're going to be like, oh, this guy's. We'll see, you know. So Cerrone versus Niko Price. You know Niko Price, right?
Yeah. Dude's fucking, he wins in like the weirdest ways.
Yeah, remember he beat Randy.
Like he's like getting his shit pushed in and just like sleeps a dude, or like he's taken down on the ground and like sleeps a guy. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, he beat Randy Brown with like hammer fist from side control on the bottom.
I just think those guys he does those things to are just taking a second, like they're taking a break, and he just like
jumps real quick.
An accident almost. Not like he's like, oh, he's taking it easy on me. Let me fucking upkick him or like him. You know what I mean?
Are you getting to Cerrone's not the one? Like you think?
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah. Cerrone's gonna beat him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Niko Price is gonna put hands on him and like be whatever.
Right now. So Niko Price is ranked higher than Cerrone, technically. Cerrone's lost 4 in a row. This is do or die for him.
Has he lost 4 in a row?
Ferguson, Gaethje, Connor, and Pettis.
So how's he number 14 then?
Is he ranked number 14?
That's what I'm looking at right now. And Niko Price is not anything.
Oh, no, I don't have the UFC rankings. I have Tapology.
Yeah, I'm on UFC.com.
Oh, okay. I'm going with Tapology and the world rankings. They have Cerrone at 33. And they have Niko ahead of him.
33 on welterweight.
Welterweight.
UFC has him at 14. I mean, that's probably a marketing thing, but...
You know the rankings are a little skewed. Yeah. Like, the top 5, and even unless you're Conor McGregor, the top 5, 6, 7, 8 are like there. But then like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, sometimes they'll put like, and not throw shade, like a Sean O'Malley. Someone they're trying to give a little luster to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they don't have Khamzat Chimaev ranked, right?
No.
All right, I hope not.
But if he wins this fight, they might be like, here we go.
50.
But like if he finishes this guy...
If he finishes him, they're going to be like number 15. Yeah. You beat number 37, but you're 15.
You just went low again.
Did I?
Let's finish this up. Colby or Tyron?
I mean, I'm going Colby all day, but I don't know about you.
I think Colby wins. I don't want him to win.
Why?
I would love for Tyron to make it back to a title shot.
Why, you like rap music more than you like America?
Wow. Are you being racist, Stan? That's what's going to be the comments.
Yeah, but not at all. What do you mean? I'm saying, well, what do you think of when you think of Woodley? You think of a rapper. When you think of Colby, you think of...
No, when I really think of Woodley, I think of, a fucking welterweight champion, maybe one of the best ever.
One of the best ever, yeah.
I think Tyron in his prime, I think he beats GSP in his prime. Nope. That's a bold statement.
That is very bold. I
don't know.
Have you been drinking GSP?
I don't know.
That's a tough one. I think GSP kind of makes him... GSP beats him the same way Rory McDonald beat him.
Rory McDonald beat Tyron?
Yeah, just fucked him up. Stayed on, just piece... Like, as Woodley circled on the outside, he just picked him apart. Took him down. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I took him down.
Well, all right. So what I'm going to say...
I think something happened in the gym the times they trained together. And it's going to happen in this fight.
Colby and Tyron.
Yes. And I have a person I've talked to who was in the room at the same time as both of them, and it's Colby's going to fucking mop the floor with Woodley.
Really? Well, hang on. Like I said, I think Colby wins.
Like
I
that,
said that.
Like that story.
I think age is on his side. He just has things going for him. You know what I mean? Tyron is like chasing his title. You know what I mean?
And Tyrone's amazing. One of the best, like you said. But if he has a weakness, it's maybe cardio.
Yeah. And Colby does not. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, could Tyron catch him in the first 2 rounds and fucking sleep him bad? Yeah. I think so. If Tyron hooks up,
you're in trouble.
I don't give a fuck who the fuck. You could be a heavyweight. If he hits you, the way he hits people, like...
You know how it's so weird, though, too. Like, you can get hit here versus hit here. And it's like, all right, right here I was okay. Right here I was rocked. Right here I was okay. Right here I was fucking, like it's weird.
Yeah.
So, like we saw Woodley hit Gilbert, and Gilbert just went, "No, I'm good." Like flush, right hands. He was like, "I'm okay."
Yeah.
But I'm going Colby.
Yeah, I'm going Colby too. Like I said, because I feel like Tyron might be so far away from his wrestling now.
Where Colby, that's what he does.
Well, Colby has the cardio to do it all day. I think Tyron has the cardio to stop it for 3 rounds.
5-round fight.
Right.
And I wouldn't.
Who knows?
Yeah. I'm not hating on Woodley, but
like I said, I just think the clock is against him. That's all.
All right, Menace, we'll let you get out of here.
All right. I love you guys.
You know what? We all love you, Menace.
Well, see you later.
Everyone out there, don't be a pussy.